What's up, Commanders HQ family? If you've been tracking OTAs like we have, you already know there's something special brewing in Ashburn. Two names are dominating headlines right now, Debo Samuel Sr. and rookie Jaylen Lane. And it's not just hype, it's real. So before we dive into how Debo looks like the steal of the offseason and why Lane is forcing Cliff Kingsbury's hand, take a second to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop your early season MVP pick in the comments below. Let's light it up, Commanders Nation. Because if OTAs are any indication, this offense is about to be must-watch football. Let's start with Debo. Back in March, when Adam Peters pulled the trigger on a trade with San Francisco, the initial reaction was a mix of disbelief and excitement. Washington landed one of the NFL's most dynamic wideouts, a proven weapon who can line up anywhere, from out wide to the backfield, and they did it for the low cost of a 5th-round pick. That's right. The Niners flipped Debo Samuel for the pick that turned into Oregon running back Jordan James, who, as of now, is RB3 in San Francisco. You read that correctly? Washington landed a former All-Pro and Pro Bowl receiver for a depth running back. Yes, we know in. There were other factors involved. Debo's cap number, some questions about durability, and maybe some whispers about attitude or fit in San Fran. But let's be honest, if he's producing, none of that matters. And based on reports from OTAs, he's producing. Multiple beat writers and insiders have confirmed it. Debo Samuel is dominating early practices. And he's doing it in all the ways we hoped. Precision routes, explosive breaks, physicality after the catch, and most importantly, chemistry with Jayden Daniels. Daniels, coming off an electric rookie campaign, now has a veteran playmaker he can trust across the middle, in motion, on screens, you name it. Debo is already making this offense faster, tougher, and more versatile. Sources inside the building say Debo looks rejuvenated, leaner, locked in, and laser-focused. And after a frustrating 2024 season in San Francisco, that chip on his shoulder might just be Washington's biggest gain. Pair that with Terry McLaurin on the outside, and you've suddenly got a nightmare for opposing secondaries. Let's give credit where it's due. GM Adam Peters played chess while everyone else was playing checkers. He knew Debo's contract was bloated for the Niners. He also knew Dan Quinn needed dogs, guys who play with edge, toughness, and experience. And he had the inside track, having worked with Debo before in San Fran. Instead of overpaying in free agency or taking a gamble in the draft, Peters used a day 3 pick to bring in a 29-year-old difference maker. This is how you build around a young quarterback. You don't just hand the keys to Jayden Daniels. You give him a garage full of weapons. And Debo, he's not just a playmaker, he's a tone setter. So while the rest of the league slept, the Commanders pounced. And now it's looking like one of the biggest steals of the 2025 offseason. Now let's talk about the rookie who might be next in line to make noise in this offense, Jaylen Lane. Drafted in the 4th round at pick number 1. Nailed 1 in 28 overall, Lane came out of Virginia Tech with one label, explosive. He was originally viewed as a special teams weapon, electric in the return game, fast in space. But folks, we've got ourselves a lot more than just a return man. Rick Snyder, one of the most respected insiders in DC, called Lane a sleeper to crack the offensive rotation. And from what's coming out of OTAs, he's cooking, Lane's speed is blinding, his footwork is crisp, and he's already developing timing with Jayden Daniels in short yardage and slot packages. Let's not forget, this kid wants it. I'm just here to dominate my role, Lane told the team's official site. Whether it's returning kicks or catching touchdowns, I'm here to make plays. And let me tell you, Kingsbury is watching. Cliff Kingsbury is known for loving speed, spacing, and versatility in his schemes. And guess what? Jaylen Lane checks every single box. From early reports, we're already seeing Lane used, in motion, to create mismatches. Out of the slot on bubble screens and quick outs. And of course, deep, where his top-end speed becomes a real threat if defenses sleep on him. While Terry and Debo command attention, Lane could be the one quietly racking up high SC yards and explosive returns. Think about that. You've got two established veterans teaching him the game, and Kingsbury scheming him into space. That's a recipe for a rookie breakout. This isn't the same old Commanders offense. This is a weaponized unit with a franchise quarterback in Jayden Daniels, Terry McLaurin, the steady alpha, Debo Samuel, the X Factor, Jaylen Lane, the wild card, and a scheme that finally fits the talent we have. The vibe around this team is different. The energy in the building? Electric. And if OTAs are any indication, the Commanders might just be the most exciting offense in the NFC East. Maybe the entire NFC. Let's start with the big one. Terry McLaurin. A fan favorite, a locker room leader, and the heart and soul of this Washington offense. But here's the question. Everyone's asking, will the Commanders give Terry a long-term extension before the season starts? McLaurin just turned 30 sectors this summer. He's coming off a career year, 82 receptions, 1,096 yards, and a career-high 13 touchdowns. He was Jayden Daniels' go-to target and hasn't missed a game since 2020. That's elite-level consistency, and yet, he skipped voluntary OTAs this spring. Something we've seen him do in the past when contract talks were heating up. That's raised some eyebrows, and for good reason. McLaurin wants a deal, and he's earned one. But the front office has some things to think about. General Manager Adam Peters hasn't dodged the topic. He's gone on record saying, "We want to make Terry a Commander for a long time. That's the goal." But the devil is in the details. Terry is entering a critical age range for wide receivers. If they hand him a 3 or 4 year extension, they'll be paying top dollar into his mid-30s. That's a risky move for a new regime trying to build long-term sustainability, especially at a position where speed and agility tend to decline fast. And remember, Peters is already building for the future. Luke McCaffrey, Jaylen Lane. Those are younger, cheaper weapons with long-term upside. If he goes all in on McLaurin now, it means sacrificing flexibility later. So this isn't just about loyalty, it's about strategy. Still, let's be honest. This isn't a cut-and-dry numbers game. Terry McLaurin is more than just a wide receiver. He's a symbol of everything that held this franchise together during the roughest years. He stayed when others bailed. He produced through QB carousel. After QB carousel, he helped Jayden Daniels find his rhythm faster than anyone expected. Letting McLaurin walk would hit the fan base hard. So this becomes a balance. Can Peters stay emotionally connected to a player like Terry while still doing what's best for the long-term roster construction? The good news is the Commanders still have time. No official holdout, no trade requests. But that 100-day countdown to Week 1, it just got a lot more interesting. Now let's flip to the other side of the ball and talk about the most polarizing move Adam Peters has made so far, the signing of defensive tackle Javon Kinlaw. 3 years, $45 million, $30 million guaranteed. It raised eyebrows instantly. Most analysts ripped the move, calling it a massive overpay for a player who's underperformed since being taken 14th overall in 2020. And then you add the fact that veteran leader Jonathan Allen was released just before this signing. The backlash was loud, but Adam Peters didn't blink. And here's why. Peters knows Kinlaw well. They spent time together in San Francisco, and he believes this guy still has the physical tools to dominate, especially in the right scheme. Kinlaw isn't a finesse guy. He's a run stuffer, a space eater, a tone setter. And when you plug him in next to Darren Payne and rookie Jerjan Johnny Newton, you might have one of the most physically intimidating interiors in the league. Don't just take our word for it. Clutch Points analyst Douglas Fritz recently said, Kinlaw's presence in the middle of the defense, combined with Payne and Newton, gives the Commanders an underrated interior that could be the surprise unit of the team. High praise. And it makes you wonder if the front office is playing chess while the critics are stuck playing checkers. Let's zoom out for a second. Adam Peters has had one clear vision since day one: dominate the trenches. That's how you beat Philly. That's how you control games. And that's how you protect your young franchise quarterback. We've already seen the investment on the offensive side. The blockbuster trade for 5-time Pro Bowl left tackle Laramie Tunsil and the first-round selection of Josh Conerly Jr., a tackle with sky-high upside. Kinlaw was the defensive version of that same mindset. Tough, physical, no nonsense. The critics can complain about the price tag all they want, but if Kinlaw plays to his potential, that interior D-line could be nasty in 2025. So now it's your turn, Commanders HQ family. Was the Debo Samuel trade the steal of the offseason? And is Jaylen Lane about to become Washington's next breakout rookie? Let us know in the comments. We read everything. Smash that like button if you're hyped about this offense. Subscribe for daily Commanders updates and tap that bell icon so you never miss a report from OTAs, training camp, or the regular season. This is your team. This is your community. And this is Commanders HQ, where real fans come to talk football. Catch you in the next one.